you, Madam Deputy President. Recently, the Shop Distributive and Allied Employees Newcastle and Northern Branch Secretary David Bliss appeared on ABC Newcastle to advocate for stronger protections for workers facing customer abuse across the Central Coast, Newcastle and the Hunter. Bliss advocated specifically for the need for workplace protection orders, that is WPOs, to prevent repeat offenders from entering premises and continuing to abuse retail workers. Currently in New South Wales, workplace harassment is dealt with through apprehended personal violence orders and, if relevant, apprehended domestic violence orders. Employers or workers are currently able to seek APVOs to prevent staff from threats, harassment, stalking, physical violence and intimidation. They can include conditions which are similar to the conditions of a workplace protection order, such as banning a person entering a workplace, prohibiting contact with specific employees, restricting online harassment, and imposing distance requirements. By extension, the Minns Labor government passed reforms late last year increasing workplace protections against harassment in the workplace, particularly around cases of bullying and sexual harassment, and improving gender equality in the workplace through creating a new jurisdiction in the New South Wales Industrial Relations Commission for bullying and harassment complaints, stronger WHS enforcement powers and expanded mechanisms for resolving workplace disputes. Finally, while the Albanese Labor government implemented a Commonwealth Workplace Protection Order scheme late last year, the scheme only covers Commonwealth workers and workplaces. A state work protection order scheme ensures all workplaces in New South Wales are covered. The SDA welcomes these reforms. However, in light of constant violent attacks on retail workers across regional New South Wales, including reports of workers being assaulted, unprovoked, shoved, punched and chased through workplaces, fast food workers reporting having hot drinks thrown through drive-through windows, groceries hurled at their heads, and repeated intimidation. These incidents leave workers frightened and scared to return to their workplaces. The SDA is calling for the implementation of a workplace protection order scheme in New South Wales, which is an important and crucial further step in workplace protection, as WPOs will specifically protect a workplace and its employees rather than solely individuals. The scheme is focused on conduct in the workplace rather than a personal or domestic dispute. Bliss refers to the WPO scheme implemented in the ACT, which is currently in place, and ensures that when a person is subject to a WPO, they are provided with restrictions that the person must adhere to. The main goal of the restrictions is to keep the person out of the victim's place of work. The scheme also provides the police with the legal instrument to take immediate action if an order is breached. As a result, ACT police have seen recidivist offenders completely stop relevant offending. And most importantly, retailers have reported their loss prevention and work health and safety teams actively engaging with their staff on repeat offenders committing offences in their retail outlets. On the 25th of November 2025, it was reported that the Malinowskis Labor government passed legislation to implement a WPO scheme modelled off the ACT current scheme as a result of over 10 years of advocacy, thanks to the South Australian and Northern Territory and Broken Hill branch led by Secretary Josh Peake. The SDA New South Wales, Newcastle and Northern branch, as well as the SDA National branch, have fought tooth and nail for retail rights across New South Wales. Most notably, through their recent campaigns Adult Age Equals Adult Wage and No One Deserves a Serve, pushing for fair wages for workers aged 18 to 20 and against workplace violence respectively. Thank you to Newcastle and Northern New South Wales Branch Secretary David Bliss and the whole team at the union for continuing to fight for regional New South Wales workers' rights, and especially for our young regional workers. No one should be assaulted for just doing their job.